This is Andrew Greenberg, Executive Director of the Georgia Game Developers Association, here with my favorite ghost, Gaspar with Project Ghost. Gaspar, can you tell me a little bit about Project Ghost?
Well, we're basically building a virtual reality cyber ninja adventure game. Where basically you have a pair of swords that when you bring them together and pull on the trigger, it becomes a bow and arrow. So that allows you to transition from close range to long range in a seamless one single weapon. So you don't have to go through menus or switch to a weapon. One weapon does it all.
So this is more than just a classic VR goggle game. What else you got hooked up to it?
Well, right now we're also doing locomotion with a Virtuix omnidirectional treadmill. So we have both a standard version for HTC Vive, but we're also working with several VR arcades machines like Virtuix and also with VRCat.
So surprisingly, we're not at the Project Ghost booth. We're actually at the HTC booth. That's pretty impressive. How'd you make that connection?
Well, I mean, we just got lucky. I mean, we've basically been pitching the game, going through social media, going to your events as well. They basically take notice of us, doing our hard work. People seem to enjoy it as well. They invited us for MomoCon, and people liked it so much that they invited us again.
But you also like the HTC hardware. You like the setup that they have for that. Can you tell us a little bit about developing for HTC?
Well, developing for the HTC hardware is super simple. Literally speaking, you use their SDK, you bring a prefab, you modify it a little bit, and pretty much everything's there. I mean, it's pretty much a no-brainer to do a VR title. It's more about sticking to best practices, avoiding motion sickness, hitting the high frame rates, making sure that it's optimized, and so on. Because, for VR, the primary thing is to keep comfort levels high. The moment you create motion sickness, not only does the person doesn't play and doesn't like your title, but he can also go to other people at the word of mouth say like, oh, VR doesn't work. So we want to make sure that first comfort, then a great experience, and then have people have fun.
Excellent. So you've been showing Project Ghost at a number of events. What's the general reaction?
People seem to love it. We have some really good, interesting mechanics. We have a movement mechanic that allows for total freedom of movement and at the same time doesn't create motion sickness. If I were to be a little bit conservative, I would say that maybe between 2 and 5% of the people do experience some slight level of motion sickness, but that's really impressive for a game that allows you to roam anywhere you want to go.
Excellent. So people want to learn more about Project Ghost. Where do they go?
Just go to our website, projectghoststudios.com.
And check them out with the HTC. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Gaspar.
Thank you, Andrew.